you. So I am doing Tadasana. So whether the body is moving forward or backward. So you should be in the center and roll the thighs inside. Then observe how the thigh muscles are rolling inside and observe how the body is coming in the center. So sometimes if you lose the thighs, now observe how the body is falling. Can you see? And observe the spine, how it is going. So now the roll the thighs inside, raise the top chest and roll your shoulders back, gently stretch your arms. Can you see how the side body is aligning? So this is how, if you get the alignment properly, obviously the breathing process will be changed, your circulation will be changed. There's so many things are going to recorrect in the body, especially the organs of the body. If you drop like this, if you stand like this, see everything is the hanging downwards. So in Tadasana Samasthiti, now observe how the thighs are rolling inside, and if I lift the chest up, how the body is moving up. Can you see? Now the chest area, the abdominal area and pelvic area, everything is aligning. So through this asana, you can get the benefit, especially those who have the knee problem and those who have the varicose veins. For them also, this asana, it is good. And one more thing, next asana, Uttanasana. Now observe, I am using the prop for Uttanasana. In Uttanasana, legs should be apart, the 2 feet. Now move the thighs back and exhale, bend forward. Now observe the spine, how it is. If you bend like this, now observe the knee and back, how it is. This is different. Can you see? Now, so I am changing the alignment. I am moving the heels out, the knee straight, move the thighs back, raise your top chest, exhale, go down. Exhale, go down. Can you see how it is changing? So now I can release my the back brain completely. So now I can release my neck muscles completely. Now observe the thighs also. The hamstring is stretching well. With the support, I can feel my brain is quiet completely. Yes, while coming out, hold the upper buttocks with inhalation. Slowly come out. So sometimes, when you have back pain, so you can't bend forward suddenly like this. So even the doctor will also tell, so don't bend forward because don't know how to bend. So here we have to observe. If you go like this, you bend like this. Now observe the pressure is going to on the lumbar area, the lower back area. The muscles are going to stretch in wrong way. Now observe, if you understand the alignment, especially the from the legs, observe, I am moving the thigh bone the deep into the body. Can you see how the thigh bone I am moving it back? Now observe, so this area is going to spread. So now I am removing the pressure in my lumbar area. So obviously I am getting extension from here to here so that it can be good for the back problems also. But we have to understand this portion. So if you go like this is different. So if you move the thighs back, see how the spine is going to change. So forward bends are good for so many things, especially those who have migraine headache. So for them also it is good. And those who have eye problem, ear and eye problem, for that also it is good. The Uttanasana will help a lot. And next asana is the Prasarita Padottanasana. The Prasarita Padottanasana, Prasarita means the spreading, Padottanasana means you should bend forward. Now I'll show this way. Now observe. I am spreading the legs 4.5 feet. Okay. The thighs are rolling out. Now observe the inner leg also, how I am lifting the leg. So if I drop, you can observe it. Now if I drop, the what is happening? The legs are dull completely. Now if I move the thighs back, the firmness is coming. Now you can observe how the chest area is lifting. This is very important while going Prasarita Padottanasana. Now observe, I'm going forward. I'm using the chair. Rest your forehead like this. Then you can stretch the arms forward. Then here you should maintain the legs firmly and elongate the arms well. Breathing should be normal. Sometimes the mistake can also happen if you do the wrong pose. That is going to harm the inner body. Here we have to understand Ayukta Abhyasena Sarva Roga Samudbhavaha. If you wrong practice, you are inviting the diseases. Now observe how I am going to correct. Now I am doing Prasarita Padottanasana. You can see the side raise. If I fall like this, I am falling on chair. See, I am not getting the extension in my spine. There is no firmness in my legs. So obviously, the body is going to hang. It is not going to work. Now observe, I am moving the legs back. Observe my buttocks, how they are in the center. So now I am getting my extension in my trunk area. Can you observe how it is? In classic pose, it is totally different. Now observe, I am going without support also. Can you see how it is going? Everything is in the center. Yes. So this is how the props can change the body. So actually, even nowadays, everybody practicing yoga. But here we have to notice the practice is very important. So yoga, it's not just like the workout. It is not just the physical thing. So it is going to work so many things. It is going to deal with body, breath, and mind also. So that is why in ancient history, if you see that, they said, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. How the Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So these are all very, in few words, they say in so many things in that. It is very difficult to understand. Today I'm very grateful, and I'm my tributes for my Guruji, the BKS Iyengar. He introduced the props. When the people, when the person is suffering from a disease, in that case, he will not able to practice the properly, and he cannot come out from that disease also. But here, if he use the props, the inner body is going to change. So obviously, from the disease, he can come out. He can come out from that easily. So the props will help a lot in that manner. And next asana I'll show, the Virasana. So it's very helpful for the digestive system, and it's very good for knee pain also. Nowadays, so many people are suffering from knee pain, knee replacement, hip pains also, hip pain, hip replacement. The Virasana will help for that also. Now observe. Virasana ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವಜ್ರಾಸನ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Now observe how I am going to say. This is different. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಹೀಗೂ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ on heels. But when you have problem, they cannot sit like this or this way also. It is very difficult to sit. Now observe how the prop will help to reach the pose easily. So now I am just using on the bolster. Okay. Now observe. I am taking the knees closer, then moving the feet away. Now I am pulling the calf muscle inside out. So now I am sitting in Virasana. So it is very comfortable. So sometimes those who have tendency in their knees and ankle joint, they cannot sit like this also. So those kind of person should take the support of a blanket. So I am just rolling it, okay, like this. Now I am taking that blanket for the ankle joint. Can you see here? The knees should be together. Put the knees down and the calf muscle down and out. And you can sit down. You can pull the bolster close. Then you can sit. This is one thing. So when you have knee pain, the Virasana is going to approach in different way. Now observe, I am taking mat or anything. So you can take one blanket also. So you can roll it and place it behind the knee. Now you can sit like this. So here you can observe the knee joint and root of the thigh, the root of the shin also, how it is there. So when I am using the prop, between the knee, can you see how I am using? So obviously in inner knee, the space is going to create. And observe the spine, how it is straight. Can you see? Even my breath is also, it is normal. My brain is alert completely. So this is how the asana can change the inner body. Now observe, I will show the simple pose of Swastikasana. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, for meditation, for puja also ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, without support, if you sit like this. Now observe, I am sitting. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ sit straight. Okay, I am sitting straight. Now observe. So what is happening? How the chest area is inside. I will show the back also. Now observe. If I lift the chest, can you see? I am lifting, but nothing is happening in my lower back. If I use the prop, now observe. I am using the blanket. Can you see the back? How it is changing? How the spine is lifting vertically, especially anterior and posterior spine is lifting properly. This is how the props can change the inner body, especially. So otherwise, so many are suffering from low back pain, L4, L5. Don't know how to sit. So while watching the TV, you will sit like this on sofa, right? So while working, you will sit like this. See how the back is changing, hunchback is creating. So obviously, the later you will get the cervical pain. The software engineers, they are working like this, nah? They are getting the cervical problem also. Now observe how asana can change. Now I am sitting properly. See how the abdominal organs are moving up. Even the ladies also, they are getting problem. Nowadays it is happening even the 30-35 in that age group also. I am seeing the menstruation problem, because always so this portion is hanging down. So uterus descending problem, sumarashtu problems adrolagade sakashtu idare. So sakashtu problem, wrong postures in the diseases for that. So if you understand the asanas well, so obviously inner body is going to correct. This is very important. So while sitting puja, while doing meditation, so you can stay like this. See how the posture is changing. Can you see? You can observe from front also. So if you sit like this, so obviously the brain is going to the dull, it becomes dull. Now observe, if I lift the chest up, if the spine is ascending, observe how the shoulders are widening. Now I can feel, oh, my brain is alert. So this is how the asanas can change the inner body also. The next thing I'm going to handle for knee. I told the Virasana also, and one more asana I'll tell. Upavishta Konasana and Baddha Konasana. It is helpful for the knee problem and those who have the periods problem like PCOD, other things also. For that also, these asanas are going to help. Now I'll show Upavishta Konasana and Baddha Konasana. ಈ ಎರಡು ಆಸನಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವರದಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗೆ. So during menstruation, during period, they may get the abdominal cramps, low back pain, headache, the heavy flow. So the problem in the horror because the inner body is totally different. Because of bad posture, even the food factor also, even the routine factor also may cause for that. So here, the practice can change the inner system. Now observe the Upavishta Konasana. Because my back is going straight from the beginning also. Now observe the back, how it is. When you have the tendency in your lumbar area, you can't sit like this. Now observe, give me go like this. So I'm trying to straight but my pelvic area is not supporting. I'm not sitting on the seat bone. Now observe. Can you see the anterior body, how it is changing? If I sit on the seat bone, especially buttock bone, now observe how the body is changing. Can you see how the alignment is? Even I can feel my hamstring is stretching well. Even I can feel my hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, how they are creating the space in joints. If it is like this, can you see the body is going back, it shrinks. So obviously, the pressure is coming on my outer hip joint. The pressure is coming on my outer knee, and I am touching my heel, the outer heel. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಹೀಲ್ ಪೇನ್ ಇಂದ ಸಫರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಏಳುವಾಗನೇ ಹೀಲ್ ಪೇನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. If they practice Upavishta Konasana proper way, now observe I am going, you can observe my heel. If I press the thigh, can you see how the heel is lifting? The heel is going to extend, the hinges is opening. So this will make a lot of difference. And one more thing, those who can't sit like this, they can use the prop. I am using the bolster. Now observe, I can do with this easy. So you can come forward with this also. So that here, the space, observe this area, especially from here to here, the space got created. If I sit on the floor, now observe how it is changing. So this is how the props can help for the inner body. Now observe, especially during menstruation, we should do this. We'll get to know how the abdominal organ, especially uterus, how it is getting space. Now observe, especially this area. Is going to relax now. Now I'm resting my forehead. I'm good. Yes. Next pose is the Baddha Konasana. Now observe the Baddha Konasana. Tumba jana, they will do like this. Can you see? This is the butterfly. But when you come to the asana, how it should be there? The Patanjali describes Stiram Sukham Asana. Sthirata means, now observe how I am going to stay. Sthirata. So if you give the movement, the sthirata will not come. So you should stay in that pose. That is sthirata. Sukhata, the word is that sukhata. You should be comfortable. So that comfort can change the inner body. So now observe, I am creating the space in the abdominal area, pelvic area, and chest area, so that the inner body is getting the space. So obviously, the inner body will say, "Oh, now I am very comfortable with this." So otherwise, if you shrink like this, the inner body is suffering. The sukhata will not come. Understand. Now observe how I am lifting this. You see. So Baddha Konasana will also help for that. For menstruation people, the Upavishta Konasana and Supta Baddha Konasana, they can do it for 5 minutes. It will help a lot. And one more asana can do the Supta Pada Angushtasana. Now observe. So I'm using the belt. Okay. So if you don't have belt, you can use some veil or towel something. Now observe. So I'm lifting my right leg. Extend the left leg well. Can you see how I am extending? If I lose the leg, can you see the space? The some of you, while going, you may go wrong also. Now observe. There is space in my lumbar area. Can you see? And those who have back problem, even they can't lie down on the floor. So always they need some support, or they will go like this. And even they can't straight the legs also. So after the 1 or 2 minutes, they will bend the legs, or they will go some sideways. So here we have to understand the lumbar area, especially those who have the back pain. Now observe that this portion should lift and elongate. Can you see how the abdominal muscles are moving towards spine? So obviously they won't get the back pain. If the spine is going like this, can you see how abdominal muscles are puffing? So obviously lumbar spine is getting pressure. Now here they should elongate. Now observe the spine, how it is changing. So now I am making the legs straight. Can you see? The muscles are not disturbed. So now, so I'm going Supta Padangusthasana. 1. Those who can't do like this, they can bend one knee. Can you see? I'm bending my left leg. So now I can stretch my hamstring well. Breathing should be normal. Now I'm going sideways. So when you stretch in sideways, so this is very good for acidity problems also, and those who suffer from the back pain, for them also it is good because the hamstring, the gluteus muscle, everything is stretching. For them also it is good. Sometimes when they have sciatica pain, they can't make the leg straight. In that case, they can use the wall. Now observe, I am using the wall. Can you see? Now I can make my leg straight completely. The wall can use for this. Now observe how the hamstring is stretching, how the back is resting. So this much also they can do. Then they have a problem. And The one more asana, Setubandha Sarvangasana. And for headache, I will tell especially the migraine and eye strain, Setubandha Sarvangasana and Adhomukha Swastikasana will also help. The Swastikasana, it's a normal thing which I showed in the beginning. This one, this is Swastikasana. First, I'll take Swastikasana, Adhomukha Swastikasana. Now observe, I'm using two bolsters. So if it is difficult, you can use the chair also. This way also you can go. So those who are flexible, so they can go with the two bolsters, the one bolster. Without support also you can go, but you should practice few days for that. Okay, so this asana will help for the migraine, headache, and eye strain also. Now I'll show Setubandha Sarvangasana. Setubandha means the bridge pose. Bandha means the lock. So here we have to understand the mind and body. When the body get aligned, so obviously the inner body is going to change. The mind is going to the alert. The alertness has to come. So while practicing, your mind shouldn't go somewhere else. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ the meditation ಮಾಡುವಾಗ they will sit 5-10 minutes. After that they will get like the drowsiness, like sleepy. They may fall like this. That is not the meditation, or that is not the right way to approach. The first we have to understand the inner body properly. Then we can educate the mind, breath, and body through the postures. So definitely the pranayama will be different. Obviously pratyahara also will different. Even the meditation is going to different. The senses are totally different. Okay. So now the Setubandha Sarvangasana. Now observe the why they call Setubandha Sarvangasana in emotional system. So it indicates especially the center of the area, the heart. So this area, this is the emotional balance area. So this area should be open. So when you lock it like this, Setubandha, I am locking. This thing we should do with the pose. Now I am showing how it is locking. So obviously your brain is going to calm. Now observe how I am doing with the bolster. The same thing. Now observe, I am sliding and extending it above the neck. Can you observe how the chest is broadening, widening? Now spread the arms like this. Now you can make the legs straight. Well. Now observe how the chest area is opening well. How the abdominal area is getting space. How the pelvic area is also getting space. Now my breathing process is going to change. Then gradually it is going to slow, soft, and smooth. Okay, so while coming out, just bend your legs, slide down. So you should turn right side, then you should turn. So this asana is very good for those who are suffering from thyroid. For them also it is good, and for anxiety also it is good, and those who are in depression, for them also this asana will help a lot, because the chest opening action is there. So this is the emotional center. So this If it opens properly, obviously, emotionally, with the balance. Last asana I'm going to show the Shavasana. When you do Shavasana, the posture should be proper. Otherwise, the Shavasana is not going to happen peacefully. Generally, people will think Shavasana is very easiest asana. So it's very simple. So don't need to bend, just you should lie down. So that is not the thing in Shavasana. Your body is going to lie down like a Shava. Yes, it's just you are going to lie down. But what about the inner body? What about the breath and mind? How they are, what they are doing, how they are aligning. In Shavasana, you should bring them together, especially body, breath, and mind. That is very important. Now observe. When doing Shavasana, I am using prop because the back is going to relax completely. Now observe. So while going down, observe. I'm going by vertebra. The lumbar area I'm touching, the middle back area. Now observe how the spine is longer. I lie down normally without support. Now observe the length. This length is different. So if I go with the extension, can you see how the length is coming? Now knees to spread like this way also. For knee pain problem, for back pain problem also this Shavasana will help a lot. Your head shouldn't fall back. So you can use, I am using the blanket. So hold the back of the head and extend the nape of the neck well. Place the lower occipital on the floor. Then you can spread your arms. Breathing should be normal. First, these physical things we have to understand. The alignment we have to understand. Then gradually we have to work on the breath. Here the breath should go like slow, soft, and smooth. The smooth breath can change the inner body well. So if you get the space inside, so obviously the breath is going to gradually, it will become slow, soft, and smooth. That can change. So it can change the inner body, it can change the mind, and we can get that the benefits properly. So this is how the Iyengar yoga can help when you practice properly. So nowadays yoga the popularized negatively also. If someone practice, why? Are you not you're not keeping well? What's wrong with you? The people will think like those who are practicing, they have some diseases. That's why he is practicing. Yes, the weak person should practice. It is like that. But really, it is not like that. We shouldn't think that way. Yes, through practicing, we can get rid of the disease, whatever they are suffering. But that is not the main thing. Yoga is like it's a lifestyle. Now, ಹೇಗೆ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಸುತ್ತೆ. So not just the physical things, the behaviors, so many things it is going to change. The emotional things it is going to change. If you practice regularly, so you never get anxiety, you never get the depression, all those things. That is how yoga handles. Yes. Thank you, all of you. And thanks to Sujata and the ladies club circle. I think if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Sir, I want to ask one question.
Yes.
Sir, there is any yoga or any asana from where we can reduce our belly fat or something like that? Because all these were related to our back pain and everything, and you have explained very nicely, sir. Very nicely. So I just want to know that if we can reduce our belly fat or something from any yoga or something like that.
Yeah, through yoga, yes, definitely you can change the belly muscles. But here we have to understand the condition of the body, especially the while reducing the belly muscles. If you practice in wrong way, the obviously so many organs are there in abdominal area, the uterus, bladder, spleen, the liver, right, the pancreas, kidney, so many things are there. They shouldn't harm while practicing. The ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ the wrong way ನಲ್ಲಿ practice ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, especially to reduce the belly. For that actually Navasana will help a lot. Not only Navasana, so many the postures will help. I'll show one pose, the for belly muscle. So I'm lifting the chest. The easy way I'm showing. So I'm lifting the leg up. So the belly muscles can get educated. And the second way also can go like this. So lift the chest up. Third is there, it is like this. Another one, the classic pose is like this. So these asanas will help of the belly muscles, but initially you should work on the standing poses first. So then we should practice for the belly muscles, because they are not educated muscles. You cannot put the pressure directly on them. Okay. The first we have to practice the standing poses, other things also. I think okay, I'll make one video and upload the YouTube.
Okay. Thank you
Or
so
you
much.
can contact Yogashri Iyengar Yoga Center also.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Anybody want to ask any questions? Please ask. Unmute and ask if anyone have any doubt.
I have a doubt. Since 2-3 months, I have a pain here. I can't lift my head too much. Just this much I can lift, not more than that. If I lift, I get so much of pain in the ears, head, and like giddiness also I'm getting. So, is there any posture, any yoga or further?
Do you have any sinus problem?
No, I don't have.
Okay. Then I think you have the stiffness in your neck area, this area, right?
Yeah, I have. Because while taking the water also, I can't lift the glass.
Head back like
Water I have to hold like this and I have to drink like this.
Oh.
Or else I can't lift the head like that without
Okay.
giving support to that.
Okay. Then you can just observe that when you are in front of the mirror, the right shoulder, especially from here to here, can you see? Here to here and here to here, and from ear to neck area. So this area will not be equal. The one will be like this, another will be is going down. So
Okay.
you can just measure. I can make out here now your left side is little up, left side and right.
Okay.
Just you can observe the while practicing. Even the ear also, the ear will be slightly down, the another is up. So because of the wrong practice, maybe the while standing, while sitting, the while sleeping also, you are going the wrong postures. Because of that, the spasm is developing in your neck area, especially the spinal muscles, the paraspinal muscles and the neck muscles also here and the lumbar area. So you'll get that tendency on those areas. For that, the shoulder opening work has to be done. I think, okay, I'll show here. Then I'm holding the edge, the wall edge, okay? I'm coming closer to the wall. Okay. Now observe. I'm taking my arm back completely. So lift the chest up, open the shoulder back. I'll show reverse way also, you will get to know. So I'm holding the handle. I'm going this way and rolling my shoulder. So I'm getting stretch in my upper arm. The upper arm area and the shoulder will also open well. So this asana will help to remove the tendency in your shoulder first. Okay. The next thing, then you can work on the neck area. So it is the wardrobe. You can do it on the door also. You can use the door also. Now observe, I'm holding the top area. Okay. So just bend your knees, sit down. Now I am getting the extension in my cervical area. So if you move the head down like this, you get the extension.
It's like a traction of the hand.
Yes. And not only hand, you are getting the extension in your cervical area also. Okay. So sometimes the either door sikil and itkoli, you can use the normal door, bedroom door and use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. If it is too high, you can keep something, the small stool or anything. Just hold the top area like this, then bend your knees, go down like this. Okay, this is one way. The another way, you can hold it sideways also. The bend your knees, sit down.
Basically, we have to stretch.
Yes, you should stretch this area and this area. So the neck area will release.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next.
Anyone else want to ask? Please
I have
unmute.
a question.
Yes.
Sir, being a dentist, first I have cervical pain all the time.
Okay.
And second is I have a chronic L5 herniated towards this right side. It's been since almost 10 to 15 years now.
Uh-huh.
It comes on and off. The pain is not always constant. It comes on and off. Like if I lift something or if I get strained, then the pain starts. It again for 3-4 days it requires to recover.
Okay.
So it's not constant, but I get pain at SI joint area or pelvic area.
Mm-hmm. I think L4,
Very
L5,
chronic,
right?
sir, almost
You are
15
telling.
years now.
Pardon?
It's like chronic pain. Almost from 15 years, I'm getting this pain.
Oh, okay, okay. The lumbar vertebrae are compressing, right?
Yes, sir. L5 is herniated. That's what the MRI said.
Okay, okay.
But
Then
I haven't taken any treatment.
Your right
for
leg, do you have pain in your right back of the knee and thigh?
Not exactly thigh, sir. It's somewhere near pelvic, SI joint side.
Oh, so it's radiating in, okay. In that case, I showed the Shavasana.
Okay, sir.
Can you remember Shavasana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So first you should do Shavasana. Okay, so in that manner, especially sacrally area. Okay, or you can use the chair also. Now observe. So I'm using the chair. When you have the problem in your lumbar area or the sacral area, L4, L5 or S1, for that you should do Shavasana first. Now observe. Pelvic area. So I'm moving it forward. So I'm touching the sacral area of the floor. Okay. So if I lift and sit, it won't help you. Now understand this area especially. That I'm going to touch the sacral area on the floor. Can you see? So now you should lie down from the lower spine. Especially you can lie down by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Can you see how the spine is elongating? Then you should raise the leg on the chair. Now you should adjust the blanket. The first, you should release the thighs, you should release the groins, then the sacral area can spread on the floor completely.
Okay.
Then through the exhalation, you should release the abdominal muscles so that the spinal muscles, the paraspinal muscles are going to release. Okay. The first, the muscles should relax first.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can do something. Something in the sense what? Particularly, you should start from twisting. I'll show two asanas. You can practice few days, then let me know what happens. Even ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದರೂ they recovered completely
Okay, sir.
for especially this problem. Now observe, I am lifting the spine. You should turn like this. Can you see that twisting? How
Yes, sir.
the abdominal area and the lumbar area is twisting. Even the shoulder should be equal. This one, and we should go this way. So lift the spine up, turn your thumb. You should repeat 2 times. Then the same twisting you can go with wall also. Now observe, I am doing the standing twisting. I am holding the wall edges, or you can some pillar ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು hold ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ door ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೂ you can practice. Now lift the spine up, turn your trunk, the standing twisting. This you should do.
Should the elbow should be 90 degrees, sir?
Yeah, it should be 90 degrees exactly, like this.
Okay. Parallel to your knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then leg stretch you should do, I think 2 ways. One is bent leg, okay.
Yes, sir.
Second, you know this also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And third one, you should go this way also. Can you see?
Yes, sir, I can see it.
Yes. This way you can go. You can practice this much.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Anyone else want to ask anything?
One more thing I forgot to tell about, sir. Anything, any doubt, anything you are asked, spontaneously he answered for remedy for that.
Now I want to say, Akshata, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for giving an informative session. Actually, in this pandemic, we have understood what is the importance of health, and you have given correct guidelines to maintain our health. This Iyengar yoga is not only for balancing the mind, body, and soul. It also helps in maintaining your emotions. That's what we had come to know today. Thank you, sir, for giving this important information. Thank you from all the ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
And, really, we want to meet you once, sir, personally. Actually, due to this pandemic, we are not able to meet you and call you. But after this pandemic, I really want that our tablers also can join your session, and together we can listen you again, sir.
Yes,
Today
ma'am.
we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
done for only ladies, but next time definitely we want you to join, means our tablers also, and especially for kids also. So,
Yeah, definitely, ma'am.
and I want to thank our Sujata. Because of her, we are here and we are listening you, and really thankful, sir. Very wonderful, and you were explaining so briefly and neatly that we don't know. We just know that we can do yoga, but don't know that along with props also we can do so many yogas. And if we have any pain in our knees or back pain, anything, still we can do along with these props and everything. So
Yes,
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Well, yes, this is it's just a flavor. So it's such a vast subject. So you cannot
Right.
explain in one session. If you
And,
attend the few classes, you will get to know how Iyengar yoga works.
Actually, my mother-in-law, she daily does a yoga.
Mhm.
So today she was interested, And she was also listening with me, and she was also watching you, like how you were doing and everything. So thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
Thank you, Suju.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Welcome, ma'am. It's my pleasure. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Namaste.
much.
Yes. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Thank you.